Om Shanti. Welcome to another session of ReConnect to Your InnerNet. And this week we are discussing from upset to set. In these 2 days, yesterday, we discussed about mood. Mood is a temporary state of mind. Mood is a temporary state of mind and it can be changed easily. Then mood is get triggered, mood is get, you know, on or off by some triggers. It get excited by triggers. We talk about triggers yesterday. Triggers are those stimulus or stimuli which make your mood excited, either in a good way or in a bad way. And that is how sometimes you become sad or sometimes you become upset. When you collide with a likable trigger, your mood is good. And when you collide with non-likable trigger, your mood is bad mood. And there you start feeling like upset. This upset feeling is, we talk about 4 questions. And I will revise these questions, of course. And we were answering these questions to go step by step to understand this chapter in a very proper way. I think somebody's mic is on and we need to check it. Somebody named Vani. Thank you. And we had 4 questions. So these 4 questions were number one, when or why do we get upset? Upset. Then comes second question that what should I do to set my mood immediately? Question number 3 that when you get upset, what training I should give myself not to get upset again by same stimulus or same trigger. Question number 4, what should I do for emotional stability? We answered 2 questions yesterday and we had a workshop, we had an activity to understand my own triggers. I hope you are ready with your pen and paper, and I hope you are carrying your paper which you used yesterday. Yes or no? Okay, you are carrying your papers. Nice. Okay, so question number 1, when I get upset is when I collide with non-likable trigger. Yesterday, somebody was asking more and more about trigger. Trigger triggers are something, they are stimuli. They can be anything: person, name, word, food, temperature, sound, anything and everything. One of my friend, I was talking to him, and he said, people get upset if you do not like their profile picture. They get upset. So if you haven't given a like to their profile, they get upset. Or you have got less likes, then also you get upset. So there is no specific reason to get upset. People have their own different reasons to get upset. Now, the question number 2, uh, what should I do to reset myself immediately? This is very temporary solution, setting yourself immediately. This solution is in that situation where you have to go for a delivery, you have to set yourself immediately to come to public or something, that this is a temporary solution. solution, which we were talking, and we were talking about likable triggers. We are not saying positive or negative triggers or positive or negative mood. Why? Because sometimes negative triggers also liked by some people. So that they get good mood by negative triggers even. So we are not talking about positive, negative. We are talking about likable, non-likable, what you like, what you don't like. So if you have upset mood, what you need to do, you have to remember your likable triggers and try to use those likable triggers, the easiest likable one, immediately in your life so that you can use that, so that you can actually set your mood in less of time, very less time. But one thing I will say, most of us have one tendency: we get upset for one reason many times. I fight with same person many times. I get upset because somebody told something, some word or same trigger. We have a tendency to get upset with same trigger number of time. So this is question number 3. What training I should give to myself so that I do not get upset because of same trigger next time. Now here we need to understand the importance of my my capacity and something about triggers. Now if you are carrying your papers in your hand, yesterday we explore one aspect which we haven't dealt yesterday. That is, in your chart, you written number of times you get upset, and then you written what were triggers to get upset, and then you wrote how much time you were upset, how much time you took to reset yourself. It could be some minutes, some hours, some days, sometimes these are some months also, years also. If we have big capacity to get upset, sometimes people get upset and they carry that upset mood for a year or so. I have seen people, such people. So that's not a good capacity. So let's not compete in that capacity. It's better to be loser in that capacity. So now this timing, then you wrote one more mm, uh, column in that, which was your positive, likable, means likable triggers. Fine. Work with this time. Now here, I'll request to go with your paper and pen and check your sheet. I hope all of you carrying your paper and pen. And this is what I said. This is the age of honesty. So we are honest from our side, and you have to be honest from your side, actually. Okay? So check your paper, and you have written time. All those 6, 7 times when you get upset, try to gaze that one upset which made you uh, upset for longer time. You were not able to set yourself for little longer time. What was that maximum up? Look, there are two things. One is you get very upset, intensity was high, but you were settled after some time. But there is one thing which goes for a long time. So try to identify that upset which has went for a long time. Now think for a moment, what happened during that upset? Revise that upset mood once more. Think about yourself. Close your eyes. Close your eyes wherever you are. Just close your eyes. Think for that moment. How you were feeling yourself when you got collided with that non-likable trigger. You started getting upset and you carried that upset for a long time. And what happened at the end of this long mode? What happened? What changed your mood? What was that incident? You let go of that long term upset mode. Come back. Now, think for yourself again that what happened? Just try to not note it down. This is, there may be two things. One, you collided with another trigger and you went in another mood. And it's like there is a shift of mood, and that is why you were out of that upset mode. But there could be one more reason. You forget that. After some time, you forget that. Both can be the cases. Now, if you really, if you really go, means you were overpowered with this is an online class where I cannot take your answers actually. And this is the type of training going on for me also, making a class online where I cannot take your responses directly. So now when I say, okay, you were overpowered with other mood, and that is why your previous upset mood was settled. This is not a solution, just leave that part. If you forget your mood after some time, now this is important a strategy. This training I have to give myself not to get upset again. When I come to know that I got upset, it went for a long time, and then due to some reason, I get set. So in this whole process, I have a data, my data to myself. What is that data? Data is what is my non-likable trigger? How long I get upset with this particular trigger? And what is another trigger which sets me? These three things I come to know. Now use this data for your training. Now, training of what? Training of your attitude. Mood is temporary, attitude is permanent. If you really want to be master of your mood, you have to train your attitude. Attitude, in which sense you have to train your attitude? Number one, not to be prone, not to be sensitive for this particular trigger further. And how to do this? Saying this is very easy, but doing this is very difficult. How to do this? I have to give myself one important training that my happiness is important for me more than anything. I need to be happy to create good vibrations around me, to give best delivery of me. And then all those things which are non-likable triggers, which makes you upset, put those things in non-important folder. Not important. Sometimes we give more importance to non-worthy things also. We need not to think much about it, but we think more, we overthink some subjects and we get upset out of those subjects again. So you need to Put some important and non-important folders in your internal system. And it's difficult, it's really difficult to throw some subjects in non-important folder. Now here, you need to be wise to understand. Say for example, I will give one example and it will be more clear with the example. Say for example, me, I get upset by some person name, any name? Okay, Suman. I get upset with one person named Suman. Okay. But I have to work with Suman all the time. No, actually, Suman is one of my very good friend. He is one of very important person in the team. So don't take it otherwise. I am giving just one example. And Suman, you also don't take it otherwise. He is here in that program. Now, say for example, I get upset with Suman, or today I get upset with Suman. Now, for next time, I need not to throw Suman in that non-important folder. If I throw Suman, if I behave with Suman like he is not important in my life, then I will actually hurt myself in many different aspects. There is one attitude or one behavior or one type of way of working of Suman is not suitable with me. So I will adjust in that way. I will adjust, I will throw that one aspect in non-important folder. Always remember, I need to accept people and fight with situation. Never ever accept situation and fight with people. This is wrong way around. Actually, I accept people. I have to accept person. Accepting person itself is a very big spiritual concept. I accept Suman to work with me again. And then I throw that one aspect in non-important folder. He forgets or he is not punctual. So then when I keep that in non-important folder, I will find solution for that. He forgets. So I feel I have to give reminder. I am not throwing that person in no any I will not work with someone any further because he forget. No, this is not the way. This is not the way. This way will make you more upset. Always remember, when you get upset because of any word, because of any face, name, anything, finally all your triggers are leading to a person. Don't keep any animosity with that person. If you keep carrying animosity with person, what will happen? Your non-likable triggers will keep increasing every day. You will not understand why you are getting upset time to time, why your nature is changing and you are becoming irritative or something. Then you come to know that you are actually rejecting the person, because person will do anything, and if you keep rejecting the person, you have to be with the person. Then what will happen? Every time he will or she will do anything that will trigger you in a non-likable way, your mood will get off. So what we have to do, accept that person as it is. Why? Because relation is very important. Relation is very, very important. We have some requests and we will start series of programs on relationships. But before that, I just tell you one thing. Relation with this person is important for me, and and the attitude of this person, that a small piece or a small part of this person, I doesn't I don't like. So I will adjust with this. Give a training to yourself. making yourself important. It is not insulting others, or it is not giving importance to others. They are also important, but I am very important for myself. My good mood, my happiness, my peace is very important for myself. And the other step, which is very important, which is a pure spirituality. No matter what, keep your likable triggers around you. You know, there is one beautiful saying in Brahma Kumaris. This is a godly teachings. Um, we used to study godly versions daily. And it's very frequent saying in godly versions, whenever you get upset, remember your childhood days. Now, here, childhood doesn't mean my childhood days, but childhood means the time when I start meditating, the time when I came in contact with organization, the time when I was really nurturing my relation with God. What was my feeling that time? What was my commitment? What was my approach? So never forget that time. Whenever you get upset, try to remember the zeal, enthusiasm, happiness of those old days, and you will get set. Sometimes God says, one small song is enough to set your mood, but that song should be meaningful song, and it should be touching your heart, opening your soul to generate good vibrations. And that is why, actually, one day I was thinking I should share some good songs with you. We have beautiful songs, beautiful. I think we should. I don't know. I will really request to our team members. I don't know how can I make it. I was listening to one song and I was finding it so nice, so nice. There is a song called "Jaisa sochoge tum, वैसा बन जाओगे जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे." It's a very beautiful song. I was thinking, how could I share this song with you people? So I will try. I will try to share. I will try. How? I don't know, but I will try. So, uh, what happens, your likable triggers. And the other thing, you need to remember your likable triggers. Keep yourself surrounded with that all the time. Number one, train your attitude to prepare important and non-important folders. Throw the mess in non-important folder. Need not to think much about it. Not that important. Just leave it. Not important. Not that important. I know it's difficult. Number of time that thing will come in your mind, but every time when it comes in your mind, you have to reconfirm yourself. Not important. Not important. Forget it. Oh dear, forget it. Not important. So number of times you keep telling yourself, slowly, 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 you'll get rid of that thing. Then that one thing, that remember your likable triggers all the time, all the time, all the time. And the final fourth question, which is most important and which is the final solution of my mood swing, which is the final settlement with my mood to make me permanently set. This is question was, what should I do for my emotional stability? And I will say, emotional stability comes from security, the sense of security. Sense of security comes from good relationship. If I have good relationships around, if I have some person who hold me, some person who will stand like a rock behind me, there is some person who will accept me how I am, some person who will not create a condition that you do this and then I will do this. Some person who is not making a business of my emotions. So that sense of security help me to generate good emotions, help me to generate powerful emotions. And now, then um, if I say next, okay, the good relationship is actually coming from what? What is important for relation? Can you I can you write what is important for relation? I know somebody will like love, acceptance, trust, forgiveness. Yes, acceptability, understanding, faith, goodness, God, trust, and love. The thing which I wanted yet not came. I will tell you. I feel this is my personal, very personal feeling. I feel what I have learned with Brahma Kumaris previous 2 decades. Respect. Personal respect is key thing for relationship. Love and personal respect. My personal respect. It is no matter how you behave with that person in public, no matter how polished you are with in your behavior when you are on to people, no matter how polished you are behaving with the person itself, but what you do when you are actually how much respect give to that person when you are alone, when you are not observed by anybody, how much respect you give, and that creates a very important bond between us. And now here what I am talking about, which relation can give you maximum security? And I know relation with God can give you maximum security. Now, here you will say, Sister, we are talking about set and upset, and that time I cannot sit and remember God. Oh God, please set my mood. Yes, of course, I am saying you will not remember God that moment that, oh God, set my mood. No, but this is more than a attitude. This is my sanskar. I need to develop a sanskar of feeling secure in any situation. You know, there is a difference between yogi and non-yogi. Yogi doesn't mean that who always sit and do meditation. It's not yogi. Yogi is a way of life. Yogi is that who has a command over his own sense organs. A yogi is that who who is optimist, but still he work he works for his means he put an effort in his work. Now, what I say about yogi that you know sometimes yogi is very um nischint. It's like carefree, and sometimes careless people are also careless, so they are also nischint. There is a difference between that stable mind and that stable mind. If you are a yogi, you are optimist, you are working hard from your side, and yet you believe that finally I will win because I have no negative background. I have no negative background. I am honest in my efforts. So I believe in my honesty. I believe in my truthfulness. I believe in my honest sense of effort making. And then God is there to support me. Things will done very nicely. And careless person, they will say, like, okay, uh, if it is not going to happen in this way, do it in this way. Okay, no problem. Not like this, do it like this. Okay, if it is not happening, it's fine now. What's the matter to get tensed in that situation? So this is a non-yogi. They are okay, when time will come, I will be able to do that. This is a careless sense of working. Need not to go in carelessness. I am very careful, but I am very optimist. I have a good relation with God. And what at all you have to do, not to get disturbed with same trigger next time. What I have to do every night. Number one, I have to develop a good relation which can give a security to me with God, which you are doing since some time. Number two, number two, this is I have to work every night on myself. Now remember, I am saying every night. What we do in our place, we used to sit, I personally do. So I used to sit in night time before I go to sleep. I revise my day since morning, whenever I get up. So I check my all moods since morning till evening. I check the whole role. I ask a few questions to myself. I give corrections to myself. And then I ask myself if I can get a better role, if I get this day again, can I make a better role? So, what I want to say, every night, if I am able to empty my feelings, if I able to fill myself with divine love, if I am able to sleep well and get up in a good mood, slowly I get an emotional stability. Of course, there is one important link, that is spiritual knowledge. To get a stable mind, to understand your triggers, to discard your non likable triggers, to have a relationship with God, to understand what is personal respect for God. All these things I need spiritual concepts. And that is the only one thing I have to work for. Then every night, if you are able to really work for your mental stability, I'm going to make you meditate in two ways. Now, there will be two consecutive visualization. One visualization, which you know very well, going to soul world, going to that energy world and meeting my eternal father, receiving his energy, feeling good and coming back. This you know very well. But this will not be the beginning of meditation. In beginning, I'm going to make you meditate with one important visualization which help you to, there are new participants, okay? So there is um, one visualization which is lowering your thought. You lower the number of thoughts. So that visualization will help you to calm down if you are feeling very chaotic in your mind. So both the visualization we are doing today, it may take some 2-3 minutes extra after 12. So I hope you will be fine with that. So let us start meditation. Sit straight. Back straight and relax. Focus yourself. We will be sharing one meditation slide with you. Focus yourself on this point of light. Keep your eyes open. Feel relaxed. Now, make your body feeling very relaxed. Very, very relaxed. Legs relaxed. Stomach feeling relaxed. Arms and shoulders very relaxed. Neck and mouth parts are relaxed. Your jaws are relaxed. And now, breathe deeply. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Create a picture in your mind. You are standing at one corner of a big hall. Hall is all empty. There is nothing in the hall. It's a big hall. And you are standing at one corner. You are feeling very upset. There are number of balls with different colors actually floating in air in this room. There are thoughts of irritation creating red balls, small tiny ping pong balls. There are red balls of feeling of irritation. There are blue balls of another feeling of hatred or jealousy. There are different colored balls, mixed. All my negative feelings are actually present in front of my eyes in form of these balls. They are actually moving in all random ways. It's an absolute chaos in front of my eyes because of all these balls. Looking at these balls floating in a random manner, colliding with each other, creating sound, my irritation is increasing. I am more upset, and their number of balls are also increasing. There are some 500 or 1,000 balls, and all jumbled. I just want to fly off from this situation. Now visualize yourself as a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. You are standing in the corner of big hall, and you are a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. Visualize you, the light, fly away from the hall. You are flying above. You are leaving that building behind. You are leaving the body behind. You are flying up in the sky. You cross clouds and you are out of Earth's atmosphere. You, a tiny point of light, you, the soul, actually flying very quick, very fast through dark space. You are going up, crossing all heavenly bodies, planets, sun, moon, galaxies. You reach to a zone of light. It is like you are crossing this physical dimension and you enter to an energy dimension. You find it's all light around you, and you are also a tiny point of light. As you go deep in this light, you find it is changing the color and it becomes golden red. And I am still going in this golden red zone of light. I don't know how big it is, but I find it's all golden red light around me. I am a tiny point of light. I am a soul, and I can find there are many souls floating, very stable in this light. I am not bothered about other souls. I am just going in and in of this light. And I find one star which is very beautiful, one point of light, one soul which is attracting me very. Feels like holding me. I feel secure under God's canopy. I have that feeling that I can connect with God and I can receive His energies to me. Absorb His light in you. Visualize you are shining brighter and brighter. God's love, God's security, and the sense of joy that I am very close to God. He is my Father. I am the child. Keeping all these good feelings in me, I, the soul, come back from home to this world. I, the tiny point of light, shining brighter than earlier. I am traveling back to Earth. I came to this big hall where there is a big chaos going on because of my upset mood. I am already feeling set. I allow my thoughts to get set one by one. Now, I let go of anxiety and visualize one color of balls. All the balls of one color, they drop down, they get vanish, and you find less number of balls in room. In the same way, I get rid of irritation because I am master. I have beautiful state of mind. So I am no more irritated. All the balls of red color vanish. Similarly, all other balls are getting vanished slowly. Different colors balls. And now I am remain with few white balls. Very few. 4, 5, 10. And these balls are still moving randomly in this big space. I find I have lot of space in my heart. I am feeling relaxed. And because the number of thoughts, number of balls are very less, although they are floating in a haphazard way, still it is creating a rhythm. All the balls are moving in a rhythm. I am very set. I am comfortable. And even if you want to get more concentrated, drop off all the ball. Only one ball is hanging in air in front of you. And this ball is that thought saying, you are very stable. You are child of God. You are gifted to be happy. Remember, you have happiness in your life. Now gently feel your forehead again. You are no more in that big room. Feel your forehead. Feel your tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. You are shining very bright. You are comfortable, calm, composed. You are set. Open your eyes.